Hey guys, so I'm just in for my hike. Lovely hike, short one, just 8 kilometers, and I think 260 meters of ascent. I'm up beside Valencia. I came back up here because the weather's supposed to be a bit warmer over the next few days, and I could do with a bit of heat. I had chilled for the weekend down at Rio Mar, the camping site, and it was lovely actually. I did nothing for the 2 days, trying to let my face and the rest of me heal, and it is all healing up really well. Very, very pleased that the swelling's gone down. I'm still a bit sore here, whatever I did there, and my nose is still a bit sore, but basically it's healing up, so all is good. I met a lovely couple, Irish couple, Noel and Pat. Noel's from Limerick and Pat is from Wooden Bridge. So we had a good old gab about Limerick and about, of course, the University of Limerick, and about Chuck Feeney, and a great old gab about Wooden Bridge, of course, the Wooden Bridge Inn. So it was all sort of lovely actually, and really nice to meet them, and nice to have some company with a couple of drinks together, and yeah, it was really good. In fact, I left early this morning, and I left the payment, the €75 for the 3 nights, in Pat's shoe outside underneath his camper, and I sent them a text asking would they please pay for me, because the reception wasn't open till 9:30 and I left at 8 o'clock. I was up early, so yeah, I got up early and stocked up the tank. So emptied the cassette from the toilet, emptied the wastewater, the grey water, topped up the water tank, got it full, and drove down to here. It is like incredibly windy. I mean, really, when I say incredibly, I mean really incredibly windy. It's sort of blow you over kind of wind, and which seems really strange because the sun is shining. It's a beautiful blue sky, and it's this ferocious wind. And I found coming down on the motorway quite intimidating actually in the van. And you can see trucks being blown, across the out of their lane, and yeah, very, very dodgy. In fact, I was in touch with Lawrence, the Northern Irish guy that I met in October, November, and he's down in Nerja and having a great time, and wants me to come down and play tennis with him. But I've been checking the weather forecast, and it's not great down there. But he sent me a clip of a truck that overturned in the wind, an articulated truck on the motorway. So it is sort of wild and wonderful. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and find a supermarket and stock up with some food, and because I've used up a lot of the stuff I had in the fridge, and stock up with food, and then find somewhere to park up for the night, somewhere nice, ideally maybe in a nice little town or something, and plan a route for tomorrow. So today is Monday, the 15th or 16th of February, and I plan to walk pretty much every day this week. That's my goal, get out every day. I took it easy today on purpose. You can see the walk that I did there, and I just said no pain, but just take it easy, and not make it fall on my face again, and get the old legs moving again, and maybe I'll do some harder ones as the week progresses. So that's it. I'm going to do a little clip like this each day, and then when I'll do a video once a week, I'll stick these clips into it so that you can all follow along if you're interested. Okay, talk to you later. Cheers, guys. Hey guys, it is Tuesday, 2:30, or near enough 2:30 on Tuesday, and I'm down this place, Xativa, whatever. So I've been in touch with Lawrence, this Northern Irish guy I played tennis with when I was down in October, November, and he's down in Nerja, and he wants me to come down and play tennis with him. So I said okay. I booked into the campsite that he's in from the 23rd. So I decided I start working my way slowly but surely down to him, and get some nice hikes in as I went. So that's what I'm doing. It's a glorious day here, and I had a lovely walk. You can see it here, just over 14k in a couple of hours. A flash walk, very, very simple. I followed an old railway track. They turned it into a greenway, or whatever you want to call it. a paved path with a dirt or hardcore path beside it. So I was on the hardcore path, but so it's sort of long and boring in many ways, but I enjoyed it. There were lots of old bits and pieces, like an old bridge. You can see where the old bridge from the railway track was, and some of the old signs showing the mileage, I suppose, or the distance from the railway track. And it's all agriculture around me, so everything was coming into bloom. I'm not sure what these trees are. In fact, I don't know what most of the trees are. I can identify now the olive trees, and I can identify the orange trees, and obviously the vines. And apart from that, I really haven't got a clue. But very, very pretty. It was very, very pretty, and it was a beautiful day, or a beautiful morning. So I drove down this morning, and I got up around a great night's sleep, and I got up around 8:30, I think, actually, big sleep in, and I left at 9, had my cup of tea, and I drove down. Took about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to drive down, and then went out for my walk. I ran back, so I walked out. So it was an out and back. So I went out for 7k, walked out 7k, and I ran back to 7k, which was very nice. I'm trying to get back into doing just a little bit of running, so that I can keep the old system going. So yeah, all is good. I'm probably going to chill here for the rest of the day. The town is supposed to be quite nice. It's a beautiful old castle. I drove through the town, did a quick tour when I arrived in Bolero, and drove around and had a look, and it looks lovely. So I think I might stroll up after a while. I'm just reading the paper now. I might stroll up after a while and check it out. I don't know where I'll go tomorrow. I thought I'd continue to this diagonal from south of Valencia over to Nerja. So I'm going to be heading through the mountains. So I'm sure I'm going to find some really nice hikes along the way. So that's it. That's Tuesday's update. Hey guys. So it is Wednesday. Ash Wednesday, I believe, actually. The first day of Lent. And it is 12:54, so almost 1 p.m. my time. And I'm sitting in this little place called Siez. You can see it here. And you can see here where I'm parked in this little parking area right at the trailhead of the trail that I did. Now, yesterday evening, I went to Decathlon and got myself some new t-shirts. And I really like their gear. They've got really, really good gear for really good prices. So I got some t-shirts, and I got another fleece. That's about 4 fleeces I've bought in the last month. But I saw a really nice one. It was a good price, so I bought it. And I got a good night's sleep. I read till about 9:30 and had a few glasses of wine, and I went to sleep and slept well. And this morning woke up very early and drove down here, and got here about I thought about maybe 8:30 or 9 o'clock, something like that. It's about an hour and a half drive down, I think, maybe a little bit more. But it was an easy drive, and got here, geared up, and went off up the hills. And so you can see the walk I did here, and it was a tough walk. The first bit was like flat and easy, sort of what we call a hardcore path, a hardcore road. And that sort of then broke into sort of a rocky climb, and then sort of a little woodland area, and then it just went straight up. So I did about 6k, I think, and about 460 meters of ascent. But it really went straight up, I'm not kidding. But the view at the top, look at this. The view at the top was spectacular. And yeah, I mean, it was lovely. It was a very tough climb, but it was well worth it to get up there and get that view. And you can see the size of it. I mean, I was standing on something that's just I don't know, 10, 15 meters long and a couple of meters wide. It was quite dodgy up there, but the descent was terrible. So the descent was absolutely terrible. And again, just straight down, all loose rock and just really, really dodgy. I'm not sure I actually really enjoyed these walks. The last bit of it was a path, again, sort of a dirt path, and I ran back. I ran back the last couple of kilometers. But I'm not sure I really enjoy them. They're too dangerous and they're too hard. You're not trekking, you're rock climbing, you're scrambling, you're rock climbing all the time. So I think I'm going to just going forward, I'm going to look for things that are more where I can walk out and walk my 10, 15, 20k, rather than just trying to climb a mountain, which is really what I'm doing at the moment. Even though yesterday was flat as a pancake, but you know what I mean. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I'm hanging around here for a while. I just read the paper and had some lunch and had my shower, and I'm going to head, I think, uptown, have a look around and see what this place is like. I might camp here tonight. I might camp somewhere else around the town, just park up. I've got everything I need. Interesting observation on the van, on Bolero. I can heat up the water, no problem. If there's any bit of sunshine at all, turning on the hot water boiler doesn't impact it at all. I've got 100% here, 200 ampere hours all the time. I had the boiler on the drive down. I left it on while I was out for my hike, came back, I had a lovely hot shower and as much water as I want, and hasn't impacted the batteries in any way at all. So I may have overkilled it on the wattage on the roof and the second lithium battery. Joe, that I bought the van from, didn't have it on, said I didn't need it. I thought I did, but that was based on my terrible experience previously. Anyway, what can I say? You'll also notice that my face is healing up. So this one at the top here still has to close up. This is sort of healed up. There's one on the side there needs to heal up. And my hand there is healing up, but slowly. The only problem I've left, my nose is still a bit sore up here where I sort of whacked it. And my ear here, I'm not sure exactly what I did to my jaw, but when I do that, like that, it's actually sore here. So God only knows. But yeah, so all is good. Another beautiful day. And I think it's going to be 23 degrees here today. So I'm going to get out and maybe sit on a deck somewhere in a little cafe and put my feet up and read my book and watch the world go by. I see, by the way, just noticed that the weather in Ireland is appalling. I see in today's Irish Times, it says that Met Éireann say the rain is going to be relentless. So Ellie sent me a video clip yesterday evening. I have sleet and snow on the windscreen of her car. So I don't know where she was, at home I suppose. So I'm glad I'm here, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey guys. So it is Friday and it is, what time is it? It is sometime in the afternoon. It is 10 to 5 local time. And I'm sitting down here just outside of Bihar. And you can see the camper van parked here. I look at this for a view. Now, I came down here this morning, but I stopped off on the way. I stopped off at Morrow, which is just before here, and had my hike. So I got up early and I was on the road at 7 o'clock, and it's about a 2.5 hour, 2 hours 40 minutes, I think, drive. And I drove down to Morrow. I picked out a nice walk and drove down there and parked up in the town. It's a little car park in the town. It's a beautiful, beautiful town. I mean, this part of Spain is absolutely beautiful. But yesterday was Thursday and I didn't walk. I went somewhere else. So on my last trip, I stopped off at a naturist town called Vera, and I really liked it, and a beautiful, beautiful beach. So I took a day off yesterday. I drove down there and I stopped off and just went to the beach and read. Sat out on the beach, lay on the beach, and didn't have a swim actually, but I thought it was too cold, and it was, because I had a swim here today just a while ago, and it's cold. I mean, it's refreshing because it's a scorcher today. But I drove down there yesterday and I stayed there overnight in the exact same spot I parked in the last time, which is right down beside the beach. Absolutely beautiful location. But I drove over this morning and I went for my hike. And the hike I did was a beautiful hike. I said to you that I'm trying to get away from these really, really difficult climbs. I don't mind doing the heights. You can see here the height I did, we climbed, I don't know, maybe between 400 and 500 meters, but it was a relatively gentle climb. It was over the length of the walk, and so you're not sort of just rock climbing. I mean, I used my poles the whole way up, but I think I stopped once for take a photograph or something. Apart from that, I just did the whole hike right up the top without stopping. So I can give you an idea how gradual it was, and one or two little steep bits, but just powered up them, and then walked back down the other side. And most of it was through forest. The whole walk up was pretty much through woodland, little narrow paths, and sort of loose gravel, stones and gravel, but easy enough to walk on. I didn't feel it was dodgy in any way. The walk back down was less interesting. It was a lot of it on a hardcore, an unpaved forest road, and a bit of it was track, but a lot of it was just unpaved forest road, so it was sort of boring, that bit down. But I didn't mind. I was stretching my legs. I think the total walk was about 12k or something, and I did it. It's funny, they down on all trails 4.5 hours to do it, and I did it in 2.5, I think, or 2 hours 40 or something. I'm never sure where they get their time, so I think they include people stopping for picnics and for lunch and everything. I don't know, but anyway, it was a really easy, I thought, really easy walk. Came back to the camper van, cut my hair, had a shave, had a shower, and drove over to here. I've stopped off in Carrefour on the way to the shopping, and so I came over here and I made myself lunch and had a nice lunch. Then I went down to the beach there and had a swim, and I came back up here to do the video. So it's Friday, so that's how the week, this is the week's video done. I'm expecting to hear from my friend Lawrence, and maybe to arrange some tennis, but my goal is to get out and walk every day while I'm here. I'm here for the week. I'm here right through till next weekend. I think I booked from the 23rd through to the whatever is the 1st or 2nd, and I like this area. It's a really nice area, and anybody interested in moving to Spain, this actually would be a good place to move to. But and it's got sort of a decent upmarket feel to it as well. And there are loads of for me, there are loads of wild camping spots around. So I'll go off tomorrow and do a hike. I'll come back here. If there's a spot here, I'll stay here. If not, there's loads of other spots all along the coast. I mean, tons of them, all beside beaches and whatever. So I have loads of places to park. So yeah, so it's been a good week. I've enjoyed the week. I enjoyed my day off. I think the idea of taking days off is a good idea. And yeah, you know me, always want to push. But it's not good. In fact, it's better to take the days off and just chill. So that's sort of it. I'm probably going to just have a glass of wine now in a few minutes, get this movie uploaded, have a glass of wine, and chill and read for the evening. So that's it, guys. Hope everybody's well. I'm great. As you can see, I'm all healed up, pretty much all healed up. I'm rubbing my Germaline into my face and everywhere every evening and every morning, and it really helps it heal up quickly. And I feel good, feel strong. Lose a bit of weight, which I want to do, which is good. I got my mountain legs back for sure. I really feel it. I've a big difference now 2 weeks later in me going up the hills. I'm just going right up them, whereas the first few days I found it really hard going. But yeah, I think getting the mountain legs back. The weather is beautiful, and the forecast is for it to stay beautiful. They keep telling me that it's going to be, on the forecast, it's going to be 18-19 degrees. And then I look at the app during the day and it's like 22-23 degrees every day. So long may that continue. So that's it, guys. That's my update. Hope you're all well. Mind yourselves. Bye.